So let us begin with the social definition of marketing. Now let me read out this definition in totality. Marketing is a societal process by which individuals and groups obtain what they need and want through creating and exchanging products and value with others in a manner that preserves or enhances the well being of society. Now, if you see this definition, it looks like, oh my God, what a big definition. But if you try to understand this definition with respect to the relevant phrases that it contains, you will be able to master this definition in a much better way. So let's deep dive. The first and the foremost is the fulfillment of needs and want. Okay, so let me circle this. This is the first aspect of this entire definition. Anything and everything in marketing begins with needs and wants. So, what are human needs? Needs are the basic requirements. And by the way, marketers don't create them. Food, shelter, clothing. Marketers don't create them. But wants are the needs that are shaped by the culture and the personality. So, needs and wants is the first phrase that this definition addresses. The second phrase is creating and exchanging products and value with others. Now, this is nothing but the exchange dimension of marketing. Exchange, in its very simple term, means that you give something in return for something. In the barter system, we saw that people used to exchange one produce to get somebody else's produce. Today, you have money, so you pay money and you get the things that you want or need. But the most important words in this definition that need attention are in a manner that preserves or enhances the well being of the society. And this is what gives the definition a societal or the social dimension. What it really means is that marketing must adopt responsible practices that safeguard social, environmental, and ethical dimensions and not just look at the profit aspect of the business. A classic real world example of societal definition of marketing that comes to my mind is Tata Tea's Jagore campaign. I feel it must have been the longest running cause marketing initiative focused on social awakening and civic responsibility. So, what is the Jagore campaign and how did the slogan come up in the first place? I have attached two clips from Storyboard 18 that caught my attention when I was actually reading through the various historical evolution, I would say, of this campaign starting from 2007. Every one of us loves the first sip of tea in the morning. It energizes us, right? Initially, the Tata team wanted to attach energizing as a hook, but then they dropped it and looked far beyond. What they realized is that there are several issues in our country, ranging from corruption, you have gender inequality, okay, and several others. Like today, you have the climate change. Earlier, you had people who did not go for voting. And so, if you actually Google through the Jagore campaign and its historical evolution, which started in 2007, Jagore basically created an awareness about these issues and tried to bring a change through their campaigns. In the picture, we take the example of Jagore campaign on climate change. How climate change is impacting our children's future. Look at the way in which the campaign is creating awareness about climate change and its implications for future generations to come. If you read here, Our world is rapidly changing right before our eyes. Due to the climate crisis at hand, ecosystems are incurring irreparable losses. And all of this poses grave implications for rights of current and future generation of children. Now, this is where the awareness is being created among people to be cautious about climate change. It also mentions that Jagore is a movement. If you read here, Jagore is a movement meant to mobilize mass behavioral changes to fight climate change. Actions that are big and small, conscious and repetitive daily acts to ensure our children have a chance to live in a slightly better environment than what is predicted. So, the societal definition of marketing stresses upon the marketeers to adopt responsible practices to safeguard social, environmental, ethical dimensions of the business and not just profit.